Hello, everybody. Welcome to the quiz. What a great day it's been. Before we continue, by the way, Matt and I have been to the same tailor, as you can probably tell. Before we crack on, I'd like to just send a massive thanks to the guys behind the platform that we've used today. It's been absolutely awesome, and in particular for Neil and Jim for being awesome compares. I think pretty much everyone will agree it's gone really, really well. Really well. So we just thought we'd wrap up the day just before we have some V-beers and a bit of a meeting with a little bit of a quiz. Just as a very quick disclaimer, I didn't write the questions. So if any of these answers are under question, by all means let us know, but don't specifically send me a horse's head, okay?
And a disclaimer there, I didn't write them either. So just before he starts pointing up or down to me.
So even though you may have been revising some Nutanix answers, there are no Nutanix questions in this quiz. So some of you will be happy with that, some of you maybe not so. But let's crack on. I can already see at least a couple of you are most of the way through the answers. So let's whiz through it. You will see the link to the quiz right at the very bottom of your screen on the left-hand side. To see both us and the quiz answers, you'll need to either pop the video out of your browser window like some of you have been doing all the way through the day, or you can run us in one web browser window and just duplicate that browser window and run the community questions in that. But without further ado, I will whiz through them. Otherwise, you'll all be finished by the time we get to question one. I will tell you there is a prize for first place, and that is a Fortnum & Mason hamper, provided you meet the minimum requirement, which is to have a home address. Okay, let's go. Question one. Oh no, that's everything I've just told you. Question one, technology. As of 2017, the Microsoft logo has 4 colored squares. What does yellow signify? So again, some of you will already be rattling through here, so I won't dwell too much on here.
Do you have the answer?
Question two, what did Apple ditch on their iPhone 7? Question three, which technology is named after that Scandinavian gentleman?
Go on, have a go.
I don't know.
Harold Gomes? No, it's not hard. It's not like...
Yeah, it's not hard, particularly when you're in front of a laptop that has Google on it, Matt. So, you know, that's...
No, I don't mean the answer. I mean the pronunciation.
I mean, have a go at his name. Oh,
yeah, Gormson. Just have a go at the name, not have a go at the answer.
Son of Gorm. Harold is Gormson, son of Gorm, is my guess. That's the normal parlance, isn't it?
Indeed.
Evan Spiegel, Bobby Murphy, and Reggie Brown created what? That's question 4. And then this is your question here, Matt. Here you go. This has got one of your things in here.
Yes.
High-strength material, which was first used as a replacement for steel in racing tires.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell your graphene story here, Matt, or do you want to let it go?
What was my graphene story? Was it when we went to see a certain customer in the north of England?
Yeah, didn't you have a relative that worked on a graphene project or something? I seem to remember you having some kind of...
No, I might have made that up to look cool.
Okay. Whatever
didn't work. Neither does this beard.
That's up to you. Okay, so that's question 5. Now we were gonna go to the leaderboard, so we can cut to the leaderboard. But obviously, some of you are peaking a bit early.
Yeah, I think Ryan the Hat's doing very well at the moment, given that we've not read all the questions.
Haven't yet seen the changes we're making live to the questions.
I don't know. Rachel's just pipped into 2nd place now.
It's up to you. So we've got Brian in. So it's a fairly familiar top 2 because these two were early leaders this morning as well. So let's see if they can be.
Yeah, we all knew who got their homework in on time then at school.
Yeah, we've also got Paul Grant getting there. Shout out to the Paul Grant. So let's see how we do. I'm not convinced you'll be able to win, Nigel, but good go anyway. So let's carry on. So long triangles on a backgammon board. What are they called?
Dairy Lee.
English musician Anthony Ernest Pratt invented what? How many dice? I rolled in a game of Yahtzee.
Oh, I know this one.
Do you know it, Matt?
Yeah.
Well, get on.
Oh, maybe I'll get 10 points
to get into the top 3.
See if we can beat Nigel.
Get in it, yeah. Well, Nigel will end up on 0 anyway, is my guess.
Yeah, exactly.
The bosses will hoik him out. You know, one of those things you can put on stage.
Especially if you got the first question wrong.
Well, those Sheffield's crooks. Just my face does look 3 times bigger than yours on this screen now.
It's because you are 4 times
Jenga
closer.
is derived from what? Which strategy board game derives its name from the Latin for I play?
Is that an Apple device?
I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't trademarked back then.
Oh, wow, I see.
Remember the PS2 used to have a thing called iToy? Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that was I as in.
That was like an I.
Yeah.
Now that's the end of round 3. Not much change at the top. So Brian is still legging it out the front, just like he was this morning. Rachel's not that far behind either. Ross, Paul, Nigel, the ringer is in the top 5 as well. So Summer, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Get Googling this, everybody, because this is obviously what you're all going to do. And you will almost certainly find the answer. We should have seeded Wikipedia, shouldn't we, before this?
Yeah, with all fake news.
Put some comedy answers in.
A bit like somebody did with Control Start Date.
Summer solstice occurs now. Read the question, everybody.
Ooh.
Read the question. You know, I've got 3 kids at home. This is what we say to them.
Yeah.
Don't answer.
Read it twice. Check twice. Answer once.
Read it twice. It's important you read the question on this one.
Yeah. And for all those that went ahead and didn't check, you can't go back now.
Yeah. You're kicking yourselves now.
Yeah, aren't you just?
Dog days of summer named after the dog star. What's another name for the dog star?
Pluto.
The first day of summer is an annual public holiday in which European country? Some of you attending here may well be from there, so welcome. I wish I'd have learned the language and then I could have done it properly, couldn't I, like a politician?
I think welcome just works.
Welcome, yeah. Universal.
Just welcoming.
Can you give the first line of Grease's Summer Nights? Everyone's now singing it in their head. That takes us to the end of round 3. No change at the top. Although Nigel has now moved up into 4th place.
Oh, Rachel's very close behind Brian at the moment.
Very close. It's extremely close to the top, they say. Hang on. Deliberate typo there.
Yeah.
It's SC Fly. The 4th Doctor, this of course means Doctor Who, for those of you that didn't realise this, has a fondness for witch sweets.
Did you know he was also the voice of the speaking clock there, Chris?
What, at the first stroke?
Well, we won't talk about that history, but I mean, yes.
Do you remember the phone number though, Matt, that you had to dial?
Yes, it's also the same port as the NTP time service, which is 123.
We could, man.
There you go.
That could have been a question, mate.
Oh no. Never mind.
What is now? Keep it clean, everybody. Keep it clean. What is 6 miles long, 4 miles tall, and 3 miles wide? And according to the now, if anyone on this call gets this wrong, I mean, you need disqualifying from the entire competition. If I'm being totally honest with you, we're IT guys. This is like inside your brain as you're born.
Yeah.
Nadsat is a fictional language used by teenagers in which book and film?
Don't know this one.
Which scientist created the Daleks?
Oh, I know that one.
Which fictional scientist? Obviously not who.
Yeah, not the real. Yeah,
but
yeah, it was
Daleks.
Alex.
And that takes us to the end of round 4, and we're whistling through this because you guys are whistling through the answers as well. Again, the top 3 remains unchanged. However, oh no, it does.
Ooh.
Ross
Ooh.
has now accelerated. Again, well done, Ross. Brian is still at the top though, but only just. What does the first A in NASA stand for? What does a H in HSBC stand for? Hounslow. Interesting. Sorry,
Hospitable is definitely not the answer there. unless you're on the call.
Now, I've got to admit, I had to look this up. So I couldn't remember this, but it is on one of those 4 choices somewhere.
Did you mean to say you checked that all of these answers were correct?
I don't have the answers. All I could check was that one of the answers on
one
the
of
list
them was correct.
the answer I found.
Okay.
So
okay.
hopefully on the platform the answer is correct. If it isn't, obviously the community chat is going to explode.
Yes.
So you know. So what does the final A in there are 2 of them. Read the question. What is the final A in capture? What does that stand for? And what does the N in NATO stand for? That whistle stop brings us to the end of the quiz. Hopefully some of you will recognize the gentleman on the screen as he was. That's George Dawes. What are the scores, George Dawes? I haven't got an audio clip. I thought it might break the environment, but looking out the quality environment we've had today, I am wrong.
I think all streaming from those guys have now been banned as well, I think, on the internet. So we might not have got away with that.
Yeah, so we might have been hit by a copyright action of some kind. So it's probably a good idea, particularly as we're on the company time.
And I didn't disable my Alexa. It's just kicked off again. So.
Yeah, Alexa, please play rock and roll. So we'll give you guys just a couple of moments. I can see Jim is taking part as well. So come on, Jim. I mean, you're not going to get a prize, Jim. I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think we might have to disqualify Nigel.
Well, it's Stuart's inquiry on Nigel.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you know, Nigel, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Ooh. Could be interesting here, looking at the current...
what we will do, the best thing for us to do is just wait a couple more moments. And then we will call it.
There are some places being jostled as we speak. But...
There is some jostling happening. You're right. There is some jostling happening. So what we will do, we will give you a current update. If this leaderboard changes while the user group is still happening, so we'll give you a little more time for anyone that might be a little behind. If it changes, we will update you. Currently, Nigel is in the lead. However, I would need to speak to steering group about his eligibility in order to win that prize. So, failing that, we've now got Brian and Ross. So, what I will say is I will come back and I will give you the final standings and the final winners during the social aspect of the user group, which immediately follows this. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the whole day. Again, massive thanks to the people running this platform. I think it's gone really, really well. Got some really great feedback. Really big respect to both Neil Spellings, Jim as well. Well, Jim's disappeared off the leaderboard. They've deleted him. But Jim as well for comparing. I think you've both done a really great job, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.